Welcome to the Elise Project, a sacred space for remembrance, a place where libations are poured through breath, through word, through intention, a place where the ancestors are honored, whose names remain on the tongue, and those whose names were carried away by time, by silence, by history's erasure. This space is an offering to the bloodline, a recognition that before this moment existed, someone survived. Before these voices were formed, someone prayed. Before these feet touched the earth, someone endured the unimaginable so that breath could continue in this generation. Today, the ancestors are honored. Today, the lineage is acknowledged. Today, the unseen is welcomed into the room. So, take a breath and take another. Strength is not required here. This is not a space where anything must be held together. This is a place where the weight may finally fall. A place for the ancestors and for the parts of the lineage that learned silence as survival. To the seen and the unseen. To the known and unknown. To the bloodline and the broken lines, you are called near. To the grandmothers who cried in private. To the grandfathers who swallowed their pain. To the mothers who held entire worlds together. To the fathers who never learned where to place their grief. Honor is given to you now. And in this moment, what many of you could not release is released on your behalf. What many of you had to bury is given breath. What many of you carried alone is finally witnessed. For the tears that were never allowed to fall because the world demanded strength before softness, this space makes room for them. For the nights when silence was the only safe language, though the spirit trembled beneath the surface, this space acknowledges them. For the smiles worn like armor, where the heart fractured quietly, this space remembers. For the grief stored in our bodies, chests, and throats, and spirits, this space releases them. Not because the pain was small, but because it mattered so deeply that it deserves to be felt, to be honored, to be freed. For the ancestors who had no luxury of falling apart, who labored through the pain, who endured without rest, who buried their emotions to survive, this release is offered to you as well. Your tears lived in the lineage. Your silence survived. It will not remain trapped in the lineage. Let it be known. The descendants are allowed to feel. The descendants are allowed to grieve. The descendants are allowed to break open and still remain whole. Release is not weakness. Release is reclamation. Release is the returning of burdens that were never meant to be carried across generations, to the inherited pain, to the unspoken grief, to the heaviness without a name. Breath is given to you now, and in this breath, freedom begins. So let it fall. Let it fall. Let it fall. The tears, the weight, the silence. Let it fall. Let it fall. Let it fall. The lineage is safe now. The lineage is safe now. The lineage is safe now. To the ancestors whose names remain, and to the ones whose names were carried away by wind, by water, and time, honor is given. To the pain that shaped generations, and to the healing that is finally arriving, gratitude is offered. What no longer belongs to the lineage is released. What is rooted in love is carried forward. This has been the Elise Project, an audio libation for the ancestors. A reminder that the weight is no longer required to be held alone. The bloodline continues, and so does the healing. Ashe.